What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another movie review. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Written and directed by Andre Overdahl. Released in the US on August 9th, 2019. And I checked the movie out today. This movie comes on with three teens. They're getting ready to go out for Halloween and they have plans on getting revenge on the town's bully. By putting feces in a bag, knowing that the bully will fall for the trap by putting his face into a bag of shit. And he did just that. So pissed to the hell off, he bags his car into a fence. They took off running, all three of them. They end up running into a drive-through theater. They jump in a car, one of their high school associates. And they were hiding from the bully. The bully catches up with them and was escorted off of the premises. Now, with everything surrounding the presidential election, the campaign, and everything with Nixon during this time, I'm assuming that these parents, the last thing they had on their mind was their kids' whereabouts, even on Halloween night. Because I'm kind of looking at the time frame from the moment they left the house, leading up to the moment they returned back home that night. They had to go well into overnight. And I don't know, it just seemed like the parents didn't really have much to say about that. And then the bully himself, he's drinking. So his mom come outside, she's fussing at him like, why you were supposed to deliver eggs or something? Because I guess that's their business. And he was drunk and he had a problem with this scarecrow. So that was the first scary story scene about the scarecrow. This boy, he hated that scarecrow. He was scared of that scarecrow. So he would often take a baseball bat upside the scarecrow's head. And so it was time for the scarecrow to get his revenge on this bully who had not only been bullying people in the town, students in the town that we went to school with, but also the scarecrow. So that was a good scene. What else? Because I got some notes. So there's a legend that there's a girl who's kept hidden away from civilization because of her appearance. Her family is ashamed of her appearance because she's an albino. Now, the problem I had with this is that they couldn't think of casting someone who's an albino. Instead, they get somebody and they just put this makeup on them. Like, I know that they have people that would have loved to play the role in this film as an albino. You really don't see them in movies much. And I'm sure, I know with albinos, they're known to have like this high yellow skin pigmentation along with pink eyes. They're also known to have very, sensitive to light, which affects their vision. But I know that the directors could have made a way to work around their medical needs and have them in a movie, especially since it's being filmed in a dark, since they're sensitive to light. But instead they get this person in full makeup and it just didn't do it for me. And so this girl wrote a book of scary stories, and the book remained in a haunted house once the teens entered the house for Halloween. Her spirit came alive and she was able to get inside of their minds. So once she got inside of their minds, she began to write the story of them in her book. And what she wrote about of them is the things that they were afraid of, things that frightened them as a child and, beyond. And as she wrote the book and as they read the book, it's like they would be killed off if that would happen. I don't want to tell too much of it. I'm just saying that's what the story is pretty much based on. So the backstory leading to her death had to do with her family members who tortured her because they believed that she had something to do with harming other children, which she didn't. And then you'll find that out towards the end of the movie. But that's pretty much what the movie is based on, just based on her writing new stories surrounding the lives of the four teens who broke into that house that she once lived in. And once they figured out the story of her, what they had to do was go back into the house, return the book, Because her family, they found her family, who was a family with the last name Baptiste. They tracked her family down by going into her medical records once they went into the hospital that they found out she was in a psychiatric hospital. They went into her medical records. They tracked down her family. You know how they do in the movies. They went to meet up with her family. Her family lied and said, that she's angry now. You shouldn't have went into the house. You got the book. You let out the spirit and all this kind of stuff. And it wasn't even like that this time. This person, she's innocent of all the things that she had been accused of doing. And they knew that. They knew that. And they tortured that child. And yeah, so she died. And like I say, when her spirit came alive, she wanted to get her revenge by hurting innocent people. So I went into this movie with expectations. For some reason, I thought it would give me When Darkness Falls, the 2006 horror film that I really, really like. But instead, I got a more of a Mama or 13 Ghosts. Or 13 Ghosts meets Mama. But when the movie came on, it got straight to the point. And then by the second take, it was a bit slowed down. It slowed down a little. And then by the third take, that led us up to the first scary story with the Scarecrow Man called Harold. That kind of, it picked it back up again. So I'm done with the spoilers. I really do like this movie, but I can't say that, like, I like the story more than I like the movie. I'll put it to you like that. Because I just feel like that the movie, it was a good movie and everything, but I don't know. Maybe just on the strength of the story itself, I just think that it could have been a little bit better than what it was. I feel like the movie had a potential to be better than what it was, but if the director had cut out a lot of unnecessary scenes. And I hate to say it because I really was expecting to feel different about this movie. Like, I really wanted more out of it. I was excited for some reason about this movie because I told y'all I like films like this, like When Darkness Falls and Mama. I like movies like this that don't, cannot possibly be true. But like I said, I hate to say it, I was kind of snoozy in between some of the stories. And I just wanted to be scared. I was excited about this. I don't want to sound too critical, but I'm just being real. That's just how I felt about it. But again, it's a good movie. I see reviews on the movie giving it like high ratings and everything, but my only negative critiques again is mainly based on some of the boring scenes leading up to the stories. However, my favorite scary scene is the Scarecrow Man and the Jangly Man. Like, it showed more than the other two stories. Along with, the graphics and everything that came along with that in action. So, yeah, but I really like the Jangly Man more. So I like the Jangly Man and the Scarecrow scenes more than the other two scary story scenes. So I give this movie a B minus. Again, I like the film, but I was expecting it to be a little bit more frightening. That's just my take. So that concludes my review for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. If you've seen this film, leave your thoughts down below. As always, thank y'all for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.